To get started with this BBC article, why are care home residents still dying with COVID? This is what the BBC's asking, and of course they're not giving any answers. But what they do is provide some statistics in the form of a graph. Here it is. This is care home deaths in Scotland's second wave of COVID-19, and they've they've put the dotted line on there, which shows when the vaccination programme for care homes began. Brian, this looks quite similar to the England and Wales situation that we've already highlighted on this programme. If you remember this graph showing also the dotted red line there showing when the first vaccines were delivered. That was a few days before they started appearing in care homes specifically. But nonetheless, the pink line is the 7-day rolling average, and you can see that the rolling average is quite a bit steeper post the beginning of the vaccination programme as to prior. So what's going on? Well, David Scott has asked this question on Twitter, and people are in fact asking Nicola Sturgeon to respond to your original question, David.
Yes, no response yet. So Nicola Sturgeon was tweeting out a celebration that 48,165 vaccinations in Scotland yesterday, a record high. 99% exclamation mark of older care home residents now vaccinated with the first dose. So she's celebrating. My question was, why has the death rate gone up since the vaccination programme started?
And in fact, this graph that you provided actually shows it quite more starkly.
Yes, I mean, gone up's putting it mildly. This graph's from the National Records of Scotland, and what this shows is there was an abrupt increase. And if you look solely at the 85 plus age group, it doubled. The death rate doubled from around 100 a week to around 200 a week, just after the vaccinations were introduced. And I think we should be told why.
This is a very good point. Now, of course, correlation doesn't mean causation. We've got to say that. But nonetheless, the correlation continues to appear in the mainstream press. Here's the BBC again. 10 people dead after COVID outbreak in 5 care homes. So another care home. And this isn't just in the UK. So this is from a couple of weeks ago. All Toronto long-term care home residents and staff have had their first dose of COVID-19, says CTV News. And then not long afterwards, we got this type of report from Canada saying 66 residents have died at long-term care homes. So the same types of headlines appearing in other countries as well. But Brian, coming back to the UK then, we've got Bristol Live, and inside the care home in Bristol where residents were vaccinated well before COVID-19 outbreak.
Yes, telling headline there, Mike, but I picked on this particular story because there is quite a story in this article. So let's just pull it apart a bit. So the headline as it stands from Bristol Live, then this is one of the key statements. Managers and staff at a Bristol care home have described how they did everything they could to keep coronavirus out, only for it to arrive just 2 weeks ago. Their valiant efforts to keep the virus at bay for 11 months until a sudden outbreak in the home in the 3rd week of January after all the residents had been vaccinated.